The former Kotooshu, now coach Naruto, has appeared in Tobu Railway magazine to talk about his career so far. It's never dull hearing from him, so let's hear what he said. I did several sports when I was younger. Football, basketball, swimming. But my father, who was a wrestling coach, got me going down that path. The first time I entered a city tournament, which was in junior high, I got a medal and my name in the local paper, which made me delighted. And I felt like I could get recognized if I put in enough effort. After that, I went to university on a wrestling scholarship with a view to competing in the Olympics. But they abolished the open weight division I was in, so I joined the Sumo club instead. At the time, it was 4 members strong. I had my fair share of success as an amateur. Gold medal in the 2001 German Sumo Open, and then individual bronze and team gold in the Europeans. And then in Germany the following year, I was approached by Mr. Nakamoto, who way back when had been a hairdresser at Sadagatake stable, before moving to Germany and launching a travel agency. Mr. Nakamoto asked if I'd like to visit the stable for a look around, and as it was summer holiday on campus, I thought, why not? So there I was, a second-year uni student, 19 years of age, literally knowing nothing about Japan or Japanese sumo, going to Sadagatake stable. And I'd have rued it for the rest of my life if it had gone wrong. Now I thought I was going for a short trip, but it seems Mr. Nakamoto had already promised Coach Sadagatake that I'd be joining. I'd like to put that down to something being lost in translation, but Anyway, my sumo ring name of Katsunori Kotooshu consisted of the kanji characters Koto, or lyre, which all Sadagatake men have, and Oshu, Europe, because I'd won a European championship. The Katsunori comes entirely from the old master. His sumo name was Masakatsu Kotozakura, different kanji but same pronunciation, and his real name was Norio Kamatani, hence the Nori. You could say it was a culture shock leaping from amateur wrestling, with your own locker and trainer and nutritionist, to sumo where you just train, sleep and eat. I honestly thought I'd gone back to the 18th century. I found both the language and the food tough to deal with. I couldn't even speak English, so I found myself gesturing and drawing pictures to try and be understood, usually by the master's wife. And by the time the wrestlers at the bottom get to eat, all that's left of the chanko is the soup, meaning you need to pad the meal out with rice. But I didn't really like rice, so I ended up putting milk or cheese on it to make it palatable. The novices get up the earliest, about 4:30 a.m., and then wash and eat the latest, at about 2 p.m., which was horrible, and I felt the only way to improve my lot was to eat like crazy to bulk up, and train like crazy to get strong. So I guess as a result, I needed just 8 tournaments from my November 2002 debut to reach the salaried confines of Division 2. And what transpired in between, I've just blocked out. It's too awful to recall. Let's just say, human bodies are made of stern stuff. Now once I made Division 2, of course everything changed. I got my own room, ate better, quickly put on about 30 kilos, found time to do muscle training, and within another 18 months I'd made Ozeki. And only then did I realize how little time I'd had for myself before. But it's difficult to convey all these experiences to the youngsters of today because they all join my stable with their preconceived theories about how things should be done. And basically, on that dohyo, they've just got to learn by doing. 1,000 times if that's what it takes. Because look, who can just do something perfectly first time? Failures are important. Don't forget them because that's what you learn from. As a coach, I try to prepare the best possible environment for my students' development. And that includes new training methods, body conditioning coaches, chanko based on nutritional advice, and, get this, 2 baths so they can all get washed quickly after training. But I don't want them or you thinking this is normal for sumo. I've been quite active on social media when it comes to recruitment. In fact, some of my guys did join after seeing my posts. I've actually been keeping a blog since my wrestling days to try and shed some more light on a sumo lifestyle. At the end of the day, I wasn't born here, which makes recruiting that much more difficult. Anyway, I now have 15 guys under the roof of my new building, completed just 2 years ago. We're active in the community, and to further heighten our profile, I've installed big windows so people can look in on our training sessions from the street. I don't think you'll find a sumo stable more open than ours. Yes, I did win the Emperor's Cup once. That was in May 2008. I was still unbeaten deep into week 2, and told my father to come over from Bulgaria, as I felt the cup was mine. And then I only went and lost the first match he came to see. But I won the final 2 to seal the deal, and finished with 14 wins, 1 loss, which you had to get to be champion because the field was so damn strong. Nowadays, you can win titles with 12-3, so I hear.